Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and welcome to my May reset routine. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about our April goals and finances and favorites. We're also going to be talking about May goals and things that we are planning for the month of May. So if that is of interest to you, then please keep watching. So I did already do or film a May budget video, so if you want to check out that, be sure to check out that video. In that video, I talk all about our May budget, which I believe needs to be a video of its own, as it always has been. I also already did a May plan with me video, so if you want to see what I'm planning for specifically for the month of May and how I set up my digital planner, then check out that video. But as for now, we're going to close out the month of April. So I'm taking you into my Notion right now, and we're just going to start with that. So I am currently using Notion for budgeting purposes. Sometimes I go back and forth with different tools and resources, but right now I'm loving Notion. So I'm just going to take you guys on a little tour and we'll talk all about all the things. So let's start with goals. One of our goals was to save $2,000 additionally, and we did do that, so we're going to check off that in real time. We are trying to save money because we have some big expenses coming up, mainly my husband's college tuition and a bunch of stuff like that. So instead of investing $2,000 additionally, which is what we have been doing for the last couple of years, we are pausing on that to save money, which is more pressing. So we did do that. We also invested 15% of our paychecks. That is a monthly goal. Each month, our aim is to save or invest 15% of our paychecks. My husband and I both work full-time in public education, and the retirement systems that they have are great. So one way to take advantage of those systems and of being employed by the school system is to invest as much as we can, which we can invest more, but that's what we feel comfortable with right now, considering we typically invest an extra $2,000 to maybe $2,100 or so dollars, somewhere between $2,000 and $2,200 per month. So right now we're good with that. We wanted to pay our monthly credit card bill, which we did. We also wanted to register our truck, which we did not do. Without beating a dead horse, we have a truck. We got it in an interesting way, and the truck just sits. It once used to, like, it runs, but it's been broken down or not really working for longer than it's actually working. So it's registered, but not to us currently because we haven't made that switch, nor did we add the truck to our auto insurance. If we ever plan to drive it or go anywhere, we will add it, but as of right now, it's not pressing. Basically, the moment we decide we're gonna drive it, that's the moment I'm going to call and add it to our auto insurance. We also wanted to save $225 towards our sinking fund. So we need to take a moment right now to kind of look at and check on our sinking funds. So I am pulling that up right now. I don't know that I can pull it up on my computer or my iPad because I'm using my iPad. So I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone. And so right now we have $905 in our sinking funds account. And to break that down, we have Ally, and they allow you to have buckets, which are kind of like mini savings accounts within a large savings account. So we have a core savings, which we have no money in because I just transferred the few dollars we did have in there to one of the other buckets. And with the core savings, because this is a high yield savings account, we basically get interest each month, and I normally just transfer that interest to one of the other accounts. It's not a lot of interest because there's not a lot of money in here. So there's that. But for our HOA fees, we have $68.88, and we need about $200 by January of 2024. So really by the end of this year. So we're on track there, and we're just saving basically a few dollars per month until we get to that amount. We have $100 in our home bucket, and we need $300 for that because that is for our termite control, which is due in December. So we're doing pretty good with that. If you ask me, we're about a quarter of the way through the year, and we have about a quarter of the money that we need, provided it doesn't increase. For our Sirius XM, we have $38.12 in that account. Now here's the tea. The tea is Sirius actually wants us to pay like $30 per month for Sirius XM radio in our car. And if we don't pay it monthly and we try to pay it like annually, we can get a discount and it'll be like $130. But I'm not trying to pay, no, that's for 6 months. Sorry, not for a year, for 6 months. But I'm not trying to pay any of that. So here's what's gonna happen. We have Walmart Plus, and with that, we get a 6-month free subscription. That's one of the offers right now for Sirius. So basically what I'm doing is I'm letting the coverage that we have or the subscription end, and then once it officially ends, my plan is to restart it with the discount or the offer for the 6 months free. Otherwise, what I do is I call Sirius, I tell them I'm not paying them $130 to listen to music in the car, and then they will give me they typically provide me with some other type of offer, which is way cheaper than $130. It's normally like $40. So that's why we currently have like $38 in there, but hopefully the plan is that we won't have to use it. We also have Walmart Plus, which we currently have $32 in there. We have Walmart Plus, which is free delivery from the store, free delivery from their warehouses, and a bunch of other perks. And that is $98 per year, due in June. So what I'm gonna do is in May, I'm just going to add a bunch of money, like enough to cap it at like $100. So we're good to go for June. Similarly, in June, on the same day, we have our car insurance due. Currently, we have $666 in our car insurance sinking fund, and that is due in June. And we will need, here's the thing, we don't really know how much it will be, but it's normally anywhere from like $600 to $1,000. So I'm trying to save $1,000. So what I'm gonna do in May is I'm going to put probably like $200 in the account, and then in June I'll put another $200, and then by then we'll have a good amount, and that should cover whatever the amount will be. I normally don't get the notice until like somewhere around the end of May, so stay tuned on that. But that's how much we have in our sinking funds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is enough to cover those recurring expenses that we have each throughout the year. And what I've learned is if we save $225 per month, then that will do the trick right now anyway. Okay, so I wanted to buy my friend a birthday gift, but I did not do that. Her birthday is actually today, so shout out to her. But she was going to come visit, and if she were to visit, I was gonna get her a gift because I love that type of thing. Otherwise, I don't really go out my way to buy people birthday gifts if I'm not going to see them. I sometimes do, but it's not the end of the world. I don't feel bad about it if I don't see them. But she's not coming, so therefore I'm not sending her a gift. I may send her something else. Like, it doesn't have to be a birthday gift. I may send in a couple weeks some random gift, or something just thinking about you type of thing. That's my vibe. I'm not really tied to giving gifts for different holidays and stuff like that. I will, but it's just not that deep to me as long as I'm celebrating my friends and things like that. We were gonna go to this brunch tomorrow, but we're not because it is a lot of money. It's kind of sold out, so we're just over it. We're not gonna go, so we didn't buy tickets. We did buy a wine tasting ticket. I went 2 days ago to a wine tasting event with a friend, and we sampled probably 15 wines, and there were 60 to sample. So that was $60, well, $50 plus taxes well spent. We did pay our taxes. That was a lot of money. We won't talk about that in the personal budget, or we won't talk about like how much we spend and all of that, because it is business in nature. The only reason why we pay taxes is because we have a small business. And so that's why I'm not talking about it as it pertains to our personal budget. I did not buy the SOS ticket. That was an event that we were going to go to. We opted not to. I did pay my medical bill, which I technically had like a copay and 2 bills. So really I paid 3 bills in the month of April. We did reserve dog boarding for our dog. We were gonna go to a concert, but it was canceled. So we went and picked our dog back up after we got the notification, and it was like an hour or something later. So we didn't have to pay for dog boarding, but we did technically reserve it. We did reserve our ATL hotel for the concert. We did not reserve a Savannah hotel because, like I mentioned, my friend was gonna come here, but she didn't come. And so we were gonna do like a day trip to Savannah, but since she didn't come, we didn't reserve that hotel. I did file my per diem for work. I went on a work trip this month in April, and I'll get a reimbursement And since I did that really at the end of April, I did that a couple days ago. The check will probably come in May, but I did file the per diem paperwork. And then cancel and start free Sirius subscription. So technically I haven't canceled it because I'm gonna just let it cancel itself. And technically I haven't started the free subscription either. So those were our goals / financial tasks for the month of April. So we did pretty good, I would like to think. So there's that. Let's talk about how much money we spent. So for gym, we budgeted $59 for 2 people for the gym. That came out at $59. We budgeted $314.34 for our car payment. We have technically 3 vehicles. One has a loan, and so we paid that at $314.34. We budgeted $40 for cable, aka Sling TV. That was $40 even. We budgeted $82.46 for electricity. That was $82.46. We budgeted $51 for pest control because they told us that it would go up 10% in April, and I just rounded up to 51, but it was technically $50.60. We budgeted $71.54 for internet, and the bill is actually $80.30. We were in limbo trying to figure out how much the bill would actually be because our promotion had ended and all kinds of stuff. So moving forward, it should be $80.30. We budgeted $1,520.99 for our mortgage, and that was as budgeted. If you are not aware, because I don't talk about my house too much, but we live in a 4-bedroom, 1 den. It's like a flex room. It's technically what it is. It's my office home, and that's in the state of Georgia where we live. It's a brand new home. We were the first occupants. We actually helped to semi-build it, if you not like actually build it, but we picked out the features, a lot of the features and such. So that's kind of our living situation, if you're wondering about that. For our phone, we budgeted $270, and that was for me to pay my phone bill up for a year. We have Mint Mobile, and it was $270, but we had to pay taxes and all the things, so it came out at $299.02. And then for water sewer, we budgeted $55. It was a little bit over at $57.19. For Amazon Music, we budgeted $15.90. It was as budgeted. For security for our home, we budgeted $52.14. It was as budgeted. For life insurance for the both of us, we budgeted $42.19. It was as budgeted. We budgeted $61.05 for our pet wellness plan insurance type of gig. That was as budgeted. We budgeted $9.99 for Netflix. That was as budgeted. We budgeted $80 for this other form of investing that we do, which is really putting investing $20 via stash. So we did do that. We budgeted $225 for sinking funds. We paid $225 or contributed $225. And then we budgeted for savings $2,000, and we did save $2,000. And then going back up to shopping, we budgeted $1,549.31, which was what was left of our budget, because that's what we do. After we account for literally everything else that we just talked about, we allocate money for shopping, and we do whatever's left. And instead of spending $1,549.31, we spent $3,707.87, and we were over by $2,158.56. But I can explain. My explanation is that we got like a miscellaneous or an additional amount of money. So we got a 4-figure amount, and so because of that, we spent more money. And for the shopping, really, we wouldn't have been over budget by this amount, except I paid 3 medical bills. I went to get glasses in this month, and that was unexpected, the amount that I had to pay, which was almost $300. My husband had to get his eye checked out and get contacts. That was altogether $200. And then we bought 4 new tires and got a wheel alignment, and that was $700 and something. So basically, if you add up all of that, that is what took us well over budget, but they were expenses that we had to pay. So what happens is, whenever I might be talking about our expenses and income and all of that, and our expenses are more than our income, that is because we normally take money from our buffer, which is just extra money that we have in our checking account. We take money from our savings account, or the other option, of course, is some of the money comes from what we pay ourselves from the business. And it was a good month for income from the business, but yeah, that was it. So we budgeted $6,500. We spent, before savings, $6,698.13. But if you tack on the $2,000 that we did save, which is really money that we are paying ourselves back from a big expense that we had at the beginning of the year, that would put us at plus $2,000, so $8,698.13, which is a lot, but like I mentioned, it was a good month for income. So that's our monthly budget, and I definitely feel like that could be a video of its own, but it's fine. We're gonna keep moving. So let's go ahead now and reflect on the month of April, shall we? So let's talk about some high moments from the month of April. One high moment is that I went to Jacksonville with some of my childhood friends. I've mentioned this before, but one of my friends moved to Jacksonville about 6 months ago. We planned to meet with her or go visit her maybe like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, but we finally made it in April because everybody's spring break aligned. And so we went and visited with her. That was so fun. I just drove there, stayed there, maybe spent money on food maybe twice, and caught a couple of Ubers, and that's pretty much it. So it was a very inexpensive trip, and I was excited to meet up with my childhood friends, and we just reminisced, swam in the pool, got in the jacuzzi in the backyard, and just hung out. It was a time. It was so fun. One of my high moments was listening to my husband laugh at me, which is typically not that funny, but the guy had cracked a joke at like midnight when we were trying to fall asleep. And when I tell you, he was laughing so hard, I couldn't help but laugh because he was laughing so hard. He had cracked a harmless joke, but to him, it was so funny. And just hearing him, I'm talking about the laughing that makes your stomach hurt. And what are these? What do you call these? Not temporal. Temporal lobes. You know what I'm talking. Occipital lobes. Some kind of lobes. The things back here that hurt when you laugh a lot. They were hurt. Like he was in pain from all the laughing that he was doing, and it was just so funny to me. And I'm like, this guy's crazy. Also, time on the beach with my new friends. So I went to Jacksonville Beach. Then I went to Myrtle Beach for a work conference. I made some new work friends. By work friends, I mean some people in Kentucky and some people in Tennessee and folks from all over the globe who had come to Myrtle Beach to the conference. And we had a time on the beach talking about a little bit of everything. And that was definitely a high moment. And when I think of high moments, I think of those times where I'm like, this is what life is about. We got some credit card points, a lot of credit card points. And so we booked a really nice hotel in downtown Atlanta. So we have switched to the Venture Travel card, which is our first travel credit card. And we got a bunch of points for using our credit card to pay for our taxes. And so that afforded us a nice downtown hotel that we didn't get to stay in, which we'll talk about. We also paid our taxes, so we don't have to worry about, Uncle Sam and the feds coming to arrest us. And then I have this hobby that I don't really talk about too much because I just got into it in April, but I started back my hobby in April. And I am a table tennis player. You probably wouldn't guess that, but I'm actually better than, 8 times better than the average person, unusually good at this. And I started playing table tennis. It was just pure coincidence how I found the group, and they're part of the new gym that we attend. Basically, I was walking by to go to a workout class and I heard a ping pong ball. And I'm like, is that ping pong or table tennis, whatever you want to call it? And so anyway, I started playing. I've been playing all month, and I beat the reigning champ 3 times back to back. So if that gives you any indication of how good I am. I'm not professional career out of it good, but if I would have kept playing after high school, I haven't played since college. I played the first year or 2 of college, and that was it. Had I kept playing, I would probably be unusually good. But that was a high moment because, I don't know, I just have been perfecting my craft over the past month, and that was exciting. Low moments. Apparently my husband and I got into a big argument. I literally don't know when this is, when this happened. I guess it happened at the beginning of the month, because I for sure can say the past few weeks we have not had any beef. So it must have been at the beginning of the month and worthy to be notated. So there's that. Also, my Lil Wayne concert got canceled, which, you know, I've been to see Lil Wayne like 13 times in concert. He's my favorite. That much is clear. But the concert was canceled. And the reason why it was annoying to me is because that means that the past 3 concerts that I've tried to attend by Lil Wayne have been canceled or rescheduled, which is odd for me, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. But what was the end of the world is that because I booked my hotel, the day before the concert on purpose, because I was trying to be proactive in waiting to make sure it was going to happen before I booked the hotel. And so I waited until the last minute, booked it, and then of course I couldn't get a refund on a hotel that I had just booked. So nor could I modify it. So basically that was money down the drain. Not money that we actually earned, because it was just credit card points that we had gotten from all the spending that we had done in April, but it was very annoying. I actually tried, I added my friend who is in the Atlanta area to the hotel so he could check in. He and his girlfriend, I thought maybe could spend the night there or something, but they never went for various reasons. So that was money that was down the drain. So cool. And then also I lost my Stanley Cup, which is kind of tragic, but whatever. Favorite memories. Sitting by the pool in Jacksonville Beach was top tier. And then my husband and I just went on a picnic date in the park, and that was one of my favorite memories, hands down. Books that I read Things We Hide from the Light, and I'm currently reading and probably will finish in the next day or 2. So we'll consider it a book that I read, although maybe we'll just talk about it in May. But I'm currently reading Glucose Revolution. So I read what's the first book? Things We Never Got Over in the previous month, in March, and then Things We Hide from the Light in April. Loved Things We Never Got Over way better, because I loved hearing about their story, Naomi and Knox, way more than Lena and Nash. And then currently reading, like I said, Glucose Revolution, reading all about sugar and glucose and fructose and all the different things. So I'll report back once I have further information to share. For lessons learned, I learned or thought about how my inherent worth is not tied to anything. So personally, I don't believe that I need to perform or do anything or be anything to be worthy. So I'm just essentially like a shining star, just me being myself. I don't have to do anything to feel worthy. I don't have to, help people or do this or do that to feel like I'm worthy of anything. I just feel like my being is enough. Also, another lesson is that I found that everything is way more fun or funner, whatever it is, with my husband. Literally, everything is way more fun with him. Like, I would prefer to do most of the things in my life with him. Also, another lesson learned is that I live in the present. I am a very mindful person, and what I have realized is that, I think I even reflected on this before some months ago, but I truly live in the present. And I'm talking, I don't live in the past. I was sharing on Instagram the other day, after my coworkers and I had attended this workshop, I think on mindfulness, which is the act of being in the now and being fully present and in the moment. I was talking to my coworkers, we were kind of debriefing, and one was talking about how she kind of always thinks about the past and lives in the past. And I was thinking, girl, I don't think I think about the past at all. I don't think that living in the past is ever going to serve current me. And I don't think living in the future is going to serve current me. So I am fully present in the moment. And I learned a lot about myself after kind of coming to that realization. I won't share all of it right now, I guess, but it was a lot that I kind of unpacked. And then my other lesson is that I love femininity. I love everything about like having my nails done and my feet and my hair. I love makeup, as we all know, although I've kind of practically stopped wearing it. But I love makeup, I love purses, I love anything that feels like feminine, which that word is kind of cringe, I guess, on like somewhat cringe. I really love it. Like, I just truly do. I love everything about femininity, but I also equally love things about masculinity. But when it comes to me, I just feel like I just love cooking and clean. I don't love these things. That's a stretch. Like cooking and cleaning and housekeeping, that's a stretch. But I do feel like it comes natural for me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Femininity comes natural for me. And I've always been into like dresses and heels and all those types of things. It's just who I am as a person. So let's talk about my favorite items. I'm super excited about this. My first favorite item is my new specs. So someone asked me about like details on my new glasses, and I'm like, girl, when I tell you I have no idea. I literally went, for years, eye doctors have been telling me I could stand to get glasses to wear at night to help me see better, or when I'm reading something so I'm not straining my eyes so much. And I sat down for the first time ever in my life to get glasses a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know anything about glasses, but what I do know is that these are by the brand Guess, and they say GU2879, then it says 005, then it says 5517, then it says 140. Do with that information what you will. The other one says 3 and Guess. I have no idea about specs. Like, I don't have any receipt or anything. These are just my new specs. But are they not cute? I love them. It's kind of wild because I feel like I see life a little bit crisper through my glasses. I want to wear them now, but this ring light and the glare might kill my vibe. I might do it anyway. But these are one of my new favorite items, hands down. Easily I'm obsessed with my new glasses, my new specs. So that's my favorite beauty item. My favorite tech item is my Simple Modern cup. So you guys, like I mentioned, I don't know where my Stanley cup is. It's a tragedy. And I know sometimes I just kind of talk over things like it's not that big of a deal. It's tragic that I lost my Stanley cup, but I decided to get the Simple Modern cup because it is leak proof, and my Stanley cup could never. This has ice and water in it. My Stanley cup could never, but this one could. I don't want to spill water on me, but I feel like, yeah, like I can do all this. Wild. So I love this, and it's Simple Modern, and it's my initials. My initials are SM, so I just kind of had to go with this cup. And I got this little foot thing on it, mainly because it's more secure in the coaster, what do you call it? The cup holder in the car. And also I have some glass stuff, like a glass breakfast nook table. I have a glass coffee table. I have some glass stuff. And so just having this little foot silicone little piece helps to kind of minimize any sounds, like when I'm putting it down and stuff. So highly recommend this cup. Highly recommend. So that's my favorite tech item. I know it's not like techie, but the technology that they put into this cup to make it do this, even though it's probably not that much technology that was required of that, is my favorite. My favorite food item were these fried chicken bites that I had at the wine tasting because they had food and drink. So it was $50, $60 well spent, but I don't really eat fried foods. We don't fry foods. I don't think. It has probably been like 8 years since my husband and I have fried any foods. So I'm not a fried food eater, but having those fried chicken bites at my disposal, that was pretty much a no-brainer. They were so good. My favorite leisure item was reading on the beach. Again, I went to the beach twice and I read twice. And then my favorite activity was step cardio. I think we maybe started step cardio in March, but I feel like we really appreciated it in April. We get like 4,000, 5,000 steps whenever we go to step cardio. We easily hit our step goals. So we've just been loving step cardio. Of all the workout classes that we can go to, which we can probably go to like 20 different ones, step cardio is hands down the most fun because it's like dancing and stepping, and it's upbeat and fun, so we love it. And then my favorite lifestyle item is my new Marc Jacobs bag. So once the Lil Wayne concert was canceled and I knew that I would be getting lots of money back, I went forth and I bought myself a Marc Jacobs tote bag like a crazy person. So let me show you my new tote bag in the flesh. This is it. Absolutely love it. I bought this chain from Amazon. I'll have it linked down below, but you can pretty much just put in purse chain. I thought this one would go best with this colorway, and to my knowledge, everybody is sharing that that's true. Everybody who I come in contact with has been complimenting my chain and my bag, and I've been asking them, do they think this is the right color, or should I have chosen like a gold or silver or something? And they said this was a good pick. So this is my Marc Jacobs tote bag, which I cannot believe that I spent money on that, but you know, here we are. So anyway, that is my monthly reflection from the month of April. Now let's go ahead and move along. Let's go now and talk about my April goals. Okay, so for my April goals, I wanted to take one personal day, and I put on here, like, I think originally the 4th and the 7th. So what happened is on the 4th and the 7th, or maybe I put like the 7th on here, but I've since updated it. But basically, I had an option to do, on the 4th and the 7th, I took like half days. So I had 2 half days, and then I also took April 15th as a personal day. So I basically had 2 days of a personal day. So I love that for me. I wanted to read 2 books, which, you know, that's debatable. I feel like I'm probably going to finish Glucose Revolution tomorrow, which is today when you're watching this. So I'll probably have read 2 books, but either way, I'm really close. So we're gonna check off both of those. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Next up, I wanted to, for self-care, schedule my hair appointment, which I did. Do face masks, which I haven't done. Maybe I'll do one when you're watching this, which is tomorrow. I wanted to do my nails, which I did. I have done my nails all month long. Actually, you guys, I put on a full set of nails at the beginning of April, and this is the same set, except some of them have popped off and I've had to replace them. I don't know how many I've replaced, but basically this is still my same set from the beginning of the month. So I love that for me. And I did not schedule my OBGYN. So because I can easily do my face mask tomorrow, I'm gonna mark that as achieved. For family, I wanted to purchase a hammock, which is wild that I would want a hammock, but it's only $100, so I want it. I wanted to touch up our paint and organize our drawers. I'm not gonna give myself this because while I did start organizing drawers, for whatever reason, I want to organize all of the drawers in my home. I didn't finish, so I'm not gonna check off that. I did save $2,000. I did invest $80 via Stash. We invested 15% of our paychecks. For relationships, I wanted to host friends/family, finalize our May party, and extend party invite to someone new. So we're having a party next week, so that is achieved. For career, I wanted to do exam things. I did none of them. What's new. For business, I wanted to secure 1 sponsorship, and technically I did not. There's one in the works. You know, my goal is to have 1 to 2 sponsorships per month. That's pretty much my sweet spot. And there's one in the works, but I can't really confidently say that that is secured, so we're not gonna say that that's secured. Well, it depends. I had a speaking engagement actually today. Today is April 29th. I had a speaking engagement, so, and that's a paid fee. So, I mean, you might consider that to be a sponsorship, but for all intents and purposes, we're not gonna check off that. I wanted to publish 8 YouTube videos, which I did do. Publish 4 Instagram Reels, did do that. Problem solve my camera, did not do that. And for health, I wanted to work out at least 1 hour 4 times per week. And if I look at my habit tracker for the days that I worked out, I only worked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days out of the month. Now, granted, I was out of town 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 of those days. So I probably should have taken that into consideration, but I did not work out 4 times per week at all. Like, not, well, the 12th, 15th, 17th, and 18th, I don't know if that was the same week, but that would be about the only time that I came close to it. So I cannot rightfully check off that goal. So let's talk about our May goals. For May, I want to take 1 personal day, and I'm thinking about May 7th or May 21st. I was looking at our calendar, and those are the days that I don't have anything to do, nor does my husband. Not that that matters, because really it's easier to take a personal day if he has things to do. But I'm thinking I'll take one of the personal days, one of those days, I would really like to get it done and out of the way. Not done and out of the way necessarily, but I'd really like to take advantage of it because we're rounding out the school year, and my niece is going to come home with us for the summer, as she does every year, the next week, or like the week after May 21st. So I was thinking maybe if I do May 21st, that could be like my last time to myself, my last day to myself, if you will, to do whatever I want before jumping into auntie duty. So we'll have to see about that. I do want to read 2 books, and if I haven't mentioned it already, the 2 books that I am looking to read in May are I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. So that's going to be happening. That's my plan. I've been learning about readers and such because my friend is an avid reader and she reads based on her mood. And I'm learning that I kind of do that too, but basically if I start a book, I'm going to finish it. So even if I start a book and maybe I'm not in the mood for it anymore, I'm still going to finish it. So right now I'm just feeling in the mood to read I'm Glad My Mom Died. And then I also have on here The Psychology of Money. But the issue is, you guys, that I am not really in the mood to read that. My plan was to read it in April because April is Financial Awareness Month, and I didn't read it. So I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to read it. But the thing is, of all the books that I own in my Kindle library at this present time, I'm Glad My Mom Died and The Psychology of Money are actually the other 2 books that I need to read before I have read all of the books that I have purchased. So I'm kind of trying to do that as well. So even though I kind of am a moody reader, I'm trying to finish reading all of the books that I have in my repertoire. So we'll see if that happens. If not, I was kind of thinking of reading maybe A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks or some Nicholas Sparks book. I don't know why, but I love Nicholas Sparks. So I'm thinking about that, but I don't know. We'll have to see, but that's kind of the game plan as of right now. For self-care, I want to, I think, schedule a hair appointment. I feel like I may be getting my hair done in June maybe, so I need to schedule a hair appointment in May, perhaps, I think. So I'm putting that on here. I do want to continue with face masks and eye masks and all that kind of stuff. So basically masks, face masks. I also want to continue doing my nails for the month of April, or May. So that'll be, right now I've been doing my own nails for 4 months. And then I think I may schedule and go to my OBGYN appointment in the month of May. I normally go every year, but my new insurance through my job doesn't cover my annual exam, which is the wildest thing to me. So I have to pay $300 and something out of pocket unless I get my primary care physician to do the exam, which I'm not against. It's just that my other lady who I like has been doing her thing for all these years. So I kind of would prefer to just pay to go to her, but it does seem chaotic to pay $300 and some for an exam. But I guess I may do that. Either way, I think I'm going to make that happen in May, or at least schedule it in May perhaps. Maybe I'll go in June when I'm out of school or something. I don't know. But for family, I want to do the same home projects, purchase a hammock, touch up paint, organize drawers, save $2,000, invest $80 via stash, and invest 15% of our paychecks. For relationships, kind of the same. Host our friends and family, which we will be doing, of course, in May. Finalize our May party, which we've kind of already done. And then schedule friend dates in May. I really want to be intentional about scheduling them going forward, especially over the summer, because I have more free time, and then that's kind of like the only reason. The reason is it makes sense to really make it happen when I am off of work, even though my friends will be working because they don't work in public education, but still, that's what's happening, or that's what I'm planning to happen in the month of May. For career, same stuff. Study for my exam, pass my exam. I do truly believe I may take it in May to just be done with it by the end of the school year, so I'm free for the summer. But I also haven't studied a lick ever, really, truly. So I kind of need to do that. And if I'm going to do that, I may not end up taking it until like June or July. For business, I want to secure 1 sponsorship, publish 8 YouTube videos per month, publish 4 Instagram Reels per month, and problem solve my camera, same goals as April. And then for health, same thing, work out at least 1 hour 4 times weekly. In June, when I'm out of school, in July, I'll probably potentially maybe shoot for working out 5 days per week or something like that. I don't know. But for right now, I'm going to work out 4 times a week, or that's my plan. And you know what I was thinking about? Whenever I go to play table tennis, which is a workout if you're playing correctly, if you're not just standing there, if you're actually good and moving around, I do that for hours at a time. So technically, I probably met my April goal. If I'm actually going, maybe I should switch it up in May. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe instead of working out at least 1 hour 4 times a week, or maybe we'll just keep it like that, because 1 hour 4 times a week. So essentially that would be working out 4 hours per week. Normally the workout classes and things are all an hour, or if I go on a walk, like a 3 mile walk, that takes about an hour. That's why personally I put in here an hour. But truly, I probably worked out in April though, even though I only worked out, what did I say, like 9-10 times, maybe 11 or something like that. I probably, if you look at hourly, I probably worked out double the hours. So I don't know, we'll have to look at that. But those are our May goals. Now what I want to do is I want to share with you a part of my Notion that I think is really cool. So we're going to go into the social media part of my Notion. And I've not shown this before necessarily, so I want to show it to you today. So this is my content planner, and I have my monthly calendar in here so I can reference it. And basically what I like to do is plan out my content for the month ahead. And we're gonna go into May social media, and we're gonna take a look around. And I wanna share with you what I have going on here. So I have on here, when I am planning to film a video, and then I have a place to mark off if I have filmed it. I have on here when I'm planning to edit it. I mark off when I have edited it, when I plan to publish the video, and if I have published it, and then I have the status. So for April, I have my April monthly vlog in progress, because for May, I have my April monthly vlog in progress, because in the month of April, so I put out a monthly vlog each month. So I vlog for the entire month, and then either at the very end of the month or the first couple days into the first posting day in the new month, I release that video. So technically, my April vlog is pretty much finished. So I could mark it off as filmed, but we're not gonna do that. But it is in progress. But that's the only video I have in progress. The next video that I wanna film is a Gel X nail tutorial, showing you how I apply a full set. And I have on here when I plan to film it, when I plan to edit it, and when I plan to publish it. And I'm very strategic about my filming, editing, and publishing days. Technically, I try to film on Mondays after work, edit that video on Tuesdays after work, and then publish on Wednesdays. And then I like to repeat. But sometimes I don't get to do it like this, but my ideal way of living life is to then repeat. So Thursday, come home and film. Friday, come home and edit, and then publish on Saturday. That's my ideal way of filming content. But sometimes, if the week is hectic or if I have other things to do, I basically film, edit, and upload in one day or something on Saturday or Sunday. Or like today, I'm filming this on Saturday evening, and then I'll edit it and publish it tomorrow on Sunday. But I like to upload on Wednesdays and once on the weekend, preferably Saturdays, but that's only if my life is together. But I'm very strategic, like I said, in how I do this. So when I was looking at when I wanted to film my Gel X tutorial, I was thinking, well, when am I going to be soaking off all of my nails? Because technically I could probably go another 2 weeks with this set on, might lose a nail or two, but I could technically ride out this nail set for another 2 weeks, because I just changed the color the other day and did like a little touch up. But because I'll probably do some type of Cinco de Mayo nails for the party or something, I figured that I would film on May the 4th. The party is the 6th, but I would want to film, like take off my nails and start that whole process the day before, because realistically, sometimes I remove my nails one day and then I actually do them the next, just to kind of cut back on the amount of time I'm spending being bothered with nails. So I'm gonna shoot for filming that video on the 4th. I can edit it on the 5th or really early on the 6th before the party starts, but I have some cousins who are supposed to be coming from out of town, and if they come, then I'll be hanging with them and not doing any party related stuff. So worst case scenario, I would probably edit and upload it on the 7th, which is when they would go home. But I'm pretty, I like take all of that into consideration. But I just wanted to share my filming, editing, and publishing schedule. Like I mentioned, I really try to shoot for Mondays and Thursdays for filming, Tuesdays and Fridays for editing, and Wednesdays and Saturdays for publishing. And that technically puts me at doing YouTube or side hustle related things about an hour per evening, which I think is feasible. So that's kind of what the goal is. And then the other time I'm spending doing some reels or some stories on Instagram or something like that, or responding to comments and emails and that type of stuff. So I spend about 10 hours per week on YouTube, social media, Instagram, content related things. But I just wanted to share my May social media and to give you a better idea. This is my April social media. So I'm supposed to be filming my reset routine today, which I am. I'm pretty good with sticking to the schedule, I ain't gonna lie. So we're marking that as filmed. I'm not gonna edit it today, that's dead. It's 6:30 p.m. It's not gonna happen. So we're gonna move that to April the 30th and then publishing tomorrow too. I can do that. I can edit and publish in the same day, especially on the weekend. And so this is actually in progress. It's pretty much done. I have like, after I shut up, the video will be done. I might film some B-roll here and there, but it's basically done. But for keeping it accurate, we're gonna put the status as in progress. So this is my April social media and kind of how it played out. And I'll edit some of the dates and stuff if I have to, but I do like to have a plan moving forward. That is literally the key to my consistency, truly. Just having a plan for it. So that's my social media section. I feel like every month in these videos, I want to share like some fun new thing, new planner related something, or, you know, like something cool like that, that maybe isn't directly related to my digital planner that I use, my iPad planner, but maybe something related to my Notion planner that I can put in here in these videos that might be helpful. So the last thing we need to do is we need to work on our screens, our screensavers for the month of May. So I think we're going to go ahead and we are going to do that right now, and I will show you that. Okay, so I don't know if I've actually ever really shown this process, to be completely honest, but we're going to do it today. So we are going to go into this here. So this is basically my April screensaver. We're going to go and we're going to make a copy, and I use Canva for all things, as you can see. So we're going to make a copy, and this is going to be what we're going to start with. So we are going to do May, of course. So I'm going to go over here to search phone wallpaper templates, and we're going to put in May calendar. Yeah, that should do. Yeah, May. We're going to do May calendar. Oh, I can sit back and relax. Yeah, let's get comfortable. And then normally I like to look for a background. For May, I'm kind of feeling like an orangey. Yep, there we go. I just went through and I changed all of these dates because I like these better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 22. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to go in and go to use as wallpaper, and I like to make sure that I'm fitting it to landscape mode if possible, because if I can make it look halfway decent in landscape mode, it's gonna look good in portrait mode. So I'm gonna set this as my lock screen, and now I'm going to set this one as my home screen. And now when I turn it sideways, it should look pretty good. So let's go ahead and go out. Yes, good. See, I love that. Love, 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 love it. It's my favorite. So I think we're all ready to go for the month of May. So now all that's left to do is basically switch out the backgrounds and such on my computer and on my phone and on my other iPad, my desktop and my phone and my iPad, and then we're gonna be good to go for the month of May. So that is gonna be all for today's video. I hope that you guys found this video to be helpful. If you liked it, definitely give this video a like, subscribe if you're new and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.